Come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Foles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Foles. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Foles. And his throw here is incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. Third down here.
Incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The pass there complete to Sutton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
14.
Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Packers nothing.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line. In pregame, get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Brought him down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
And the Bears first down.
Be alert, be alert.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Packers nothing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Well, the second down throw on target. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Chicago.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Foles, flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rodgers.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Well, this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Foles. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
First and goal.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete.
Tariq Cohen. As the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
37-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Coverage
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume back. Third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they give this time to the tailback. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 26, check 26.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind, because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. 91 is the mark. All day, come. Check 91. 91 is the mark. Mike 91.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. Third and long after the sack. Foles. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, third and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, pick it up, defense. Hey, 88.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That third down conversion good for 23.
39-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
At the 27-yard line.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets LID.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Second and goal.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Foles. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Foles. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Bears.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and now it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Back at the 23-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And no, it's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Intended for number 82.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
42-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
58, right over there.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. after the holding call. Here's 2nd and 20. Rodgers to throw once more. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down in.
Let's go, G. Tighten up.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Bears, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.